amazing evening, football fans. It's Friday, the March 21st, 2025, and what a night it's been for Africa football in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Nigerian Super Eagles soared to a crucial 2-0 victory over Rwanda in Kigali, thanks to a first-half brace from the talismanic Victor Osimhen. Meanwhile, South Africa's Bafana Bafana secured a 2-0 win over Lesotho in Polokwane, taking them to the top of Group C with 10 points. Benin sits on 8 points, while Nigeria now have 6 points. Climbing to 4th place, it's a tight race in this group. And tonight's results show just how much work the Super Eagles still have ahead. Now let's break down both matches, analyze the performances, and see what fans are saying on social media. Plus, we'll celebrate Osimhen's incredible milestone as he becomes Nigeria's second all-time top scorer with 25 goals, trailing only the legendary Rashidi Yekini's 37. Nigeria versus Rwanda matches analysis. Yes, now let's start with the Super Eagles clash against Rwanda at the Amahoro Stadium in Kigali. Nigeria came into this game under pressure, winless in their first 4 qualifiers with 3 draws and a loss. New coach Eric Chelle, making his competitive debut, knew this was a must-win to keep Nigeria's World Cup hopes alive. And boy, did his team deliver, though not without some hiccups. Key moments and performances. The game's defining moments came from Victor Osimhen, who struck twice in the first half in the 11th minute. Yes, Osimhen opened the scoring with a clinical finish, latching onto a beautifully swung cross from Ademola Lookman at the back post. It was a textbook striker's goal. Osimhen's movement was sharp and he made no mistakes with the finish. Rwanda's defense, led by Mutsinzi and Mante, looked rattled early on. Yes, and Nigeria capitalized on their disorganization just before halftime in the 45th, 3rd minute. Osimhen doubled the lead with a moment of individual brilliance. He intercepted the ball from Rwanda's Manzi on the halfway line, charged towards goals, and dinked a delicate chip over goalkeeper Fierce Ntwari. That goal showcased Osimhen's hunger, composure, and sheer qualities that have made him a nightmare for defenders. However, the first half wasn't all smooth sailing for Nigeria. Despite a 2-0 lead, their tactical display was far from perfect. The midfield, particularly Samuel Chukwueze, playing out of a position on the right, struggled to control the game, leaving gaps that Rwanda exploited. Wilfred Ndidi was a standout in the middle, providing solidity and breaking up play, while Ilax Iwobi worked tirelessly to link the front and attack. Defensively, Calvin Bassey was ruthless, making key interventions, though he did go down briefly in the box, clutching his leg after Rwanda's attack. Stanley Wambali in goal had a relatively quiet night, but was alert when needed, especially during Rwanda's first corner in the 44th minute. Now, the second half saw Rwanda find some joy down Nigerians' right flank, putting pressure on the Super Eagles' defense. However, Nigerians held firm, with Captain William Strauss-Ekong organizing the back line effectively. Rwanda's attack, led by Innocent Nushti, couldn't find a way through, and Nigeria secured the clean sheet. While the Super Eagles leveraged their attacking pedigree to win, their overall play showed they still have work to do in terms of cohesion and tactical discipline under Chelle. Osimhen's milestone. Victor Osimhen's breaks took his international tally to 25 goals in 39 appearances, surpassing Segun Odegbami's 23 goals to become Nigeria's second all-time top scorer. Only Rashidi Yekini with 37 goals stands ahead of him now. Osimhen's relentless pressing, sharp movements, and deadly finishing were on full display tonight, and at just 26 years old, he's well on his way to challenging Yekini's record. His return after missing the first 4 qualifiers due to injury has given Nigeria the focal point they desperately needed, and he's now within touching distance of history in World Cup qualifiers too, needing just 1 more goal to join the likes of Kanu and Kelechi Iheanacho with 5 in such matches. South Africa versus Lesotho. Now, match analysis. Yes, now let's shift out our focus to Polokwane, where South Africa faced Lesotho in another crucial Group C encounter. South Africa level with Benin on 7 points before the match, knew a win would put them in pole position, and they delivered with a 2-0 victory, moving to 10 points and taking the group lead. Key moments of performance. The first half ended goalless, with South Africa and Lesotho locked at 0-0. South Africa dominated possessions but struggled to break down Lesotho's resolute defense. Lesotho, sitting at the bottom of the group, showed discipline and frustrated Bafana Bafana, who were looking to capitalize on their home advantage. However, the game's complexion changed in the second half. South Africa took the lead early after the break. Those specific details on the goal scorers are unavailable in the update. What we do know is that they added a second goal later in the half, sealing the 2-0 win and ensuring they finished the night atop Group C. South Africa's performance showed their growing maturity in this campaign, having already secured 7 points from their first 4 matches, including a shock 2-0 win over Rwanda. Yes, Bafana Bafana are proving to be a well-organized unit. The ability to stay patient and find the breakthrough in the second half highlights their tactical disciplines under coach Hugo Bros. Defensively, they were solid, keeping a clean sheet against the Lesotho side that, while limited offensively, had previously caused upsets like their 1-1 draw against Nigeria. South Africa's win puts them in a strong position, but with Benin on 8 points and Rwanda on 7, the race for the automatic qualification spot remains wide open. Grouping standings impact South Africa's victory gives them 10 points, 2 ahead of Benin, who didn't play tonight. Nigeria's win moves them to 6 points, but they are still in 4th place, 2 points behind Rwanda and 4 behind South Africa. This group is incredibly tight. Only the group winner qualifies directly for the 2026 World Cup, while the best runners-up enter a playoff. Nigeria's win keeps them in the race, but they'll need to be near perfect in the remaining matches to catch up. Yes, now let's get social media reaction. Let's take a look at what fans are saying on social media about these matches. On X, the sentiment around Nigerians' win is a mix of relief and cautious optimism. Fans praise Victor Osimhen's impact, with one user noting his quality, especially on the second goal, describing it as a delicate chip that left Rwanda's goalkeeper helpless. Yes, another highlighted Osimhen's milestone, celebrating his rise to Nigeria's second all-time top scorer. However, not everyone was impressed with Nigeria's overall performance. Yes, a halftime review on X pointed out a poor tactical display, despite Osimhen's praise, criticizing exposed midfield and Chukwueze's discomfort on the right. Fans also appreciated the efforts of players like Ndidi Iwobi and Bassey, with one user calling Bassey ruthless in defense. The group's competitiveness also sparked discussions at the 25 minutes mark. A user shared the live standings, noting Rwandans and Nigeria were tied on points at that moment, with South Africa and Benin leading the group. Another post at halftime expressed hope for Nigeria but concern about South Africa's game, saying Lesotho holding Bafana Bafana to a 0-0 scoreline was a positive for Nigerians' chances. By the start of the second half, with South Africa still goalless, fans were optimistic that Nigeria could close the gap, though South Africa's eventual win tempered that hope. This sentiment reflects the high stakes in Group C, with fans fully aware that every result matters in this closely contested race. And yes, there you have it, football fans. Of course, that is what we bring to you tonight about the match played today. Yes. To come your way next time, of course, we remain Diary TV. Please stay passionate and always follow up for more updates.